Welcome learners to this course on Innovation and Design Thinking for Educators by Professor Rahul Mishra and Professor Nitika Seth of IILM University. So far we have covered 2 weeks of study and today we begin session 1. In week 3 session 1 we will discuss the fundamentals of design thinking and understand deeper what it means. In today's session, we will cover the following. Understand what is design thinking? Why do we need design thinking? What is the concept behind design thinking? We also discuss the stages of design thinking, which include empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test stages. We will have a discussion on why design thinking and education go hand in hand and how would it benefit the education industry to incorporate design thinking. Some reflection points at the end of the session where we request our learners to give us their inputs on a few questions that we will ask. Let's get started. Take a moment and look around you. Everything that you interact with in a given day has been designed. While it may be obvious that the device you're reading this content on was designed by someone, the less obvious moments of design could be how you experienced getting to work, or even something like ordering a coffee recently. Do you remember if you first paid and then ordered? Do you remember where the menu was placed and what it looked like? What was the experience of payment? Every product or service around us has been designed. And you and I are somewhere connected to this design process. Let's understand that a little better. Once you start to think about every way in which someone interacts with an object or an experience, you are beginning to think like a designer. Design thinking can solve diverse problems. You already have the ability to make observations and create prototypes and experiment with solutions, thereby contributing to this entire design process. Here is a quote by the founder of Ideate, Mr. David Kelly, and I quote, "Design thinking isn't just a method. It fundamentally changes the fabric of your organization and your business." There's a wonderful short video coming up where you will hear Mr. David Kelly talking about design thinking. Please click on the video to watch the video. Mr. David Kelly emphasizes that design thinking goes beyond methodology. It reshapes culture and enhances problem solving, fostering innovation and adaptability. Click on the video. Let us now understand the components of the design thinking process. The first one is desirability. Desirability focuses on human needs and user experience. It ensures that the solution is meaningful, valuable, and solves a real problem for the target audience. The next one is feasibility. It examines the technical and operational capabilities required to implement the solution. It assesses whether the idea can be realistically developed with available technology, skills, and resources. The next component is viability. To evaluate the business and financial sustainability of the solution is extremely important. It ensures that the idea can generate value, be cost-effective, and align with long-term strategic goals. Together, desirability, feasibility, and viability make the components of the design thinking process. What is the concept of design thinking? Design thinking challenges traditional linear problem-solving methods. Instead, it combines empathy and experimental processes to develop solutions that genuinely resonate with users. For example, redesigning school lunch programs. In the US, Ideate applied design thinking to transform school lunches. By interviewing students, staff, and parents, they identified the need for better nutrition and increased student choice. Their solution included flexible meal stations, healthier options, and engaging marketing campaigns that made students feel empowered. This approach improved both the health outcomes and the satisfaction levels of the school community. This is a wonderful example that we can incorporate. What are the stages of the design thinking process? Empathize. Deeply understanding the experiences, challenges, and motivation of students and educators. The define stage. Clearly articulating the core issue to be solved, framed as a challenge statement. Ideate. Encouraging divergent thinking by brainstorming a wide range of ideas without constraints. Prototype. Creating low-fidelity models or tangible representations of solutions to test their viability. And finally, the test stage, iterating the prototypes based on feedback, ensuring they effectively meet user needs. Now, as you can see, each of these stages, you will end up going back and forth because design thinking is not a linear process. As we move on further in the session, we will discuss this at depth. Let's try and understand the role of empathy in design thinking. Empathy involves stepping outside of your own perspective to understand the experiences and needs of the people you are designing for. Through deep understanding and observation, designers gather insights that drive innovation and creativity. Empathy requires active listening and engagement to truly grasp the challenges and desires of the users. Empathy is the foundation for creating solutions that are meaningful and impactful, tailored to real user needs. Incorporating empathy leads to more user-centric designs, ultimately enhancing user satisfaction and product success. And this holds true not just for a product, but also for any service that is designed. The define stage. This stage synthesizes insights gathered during the empathize phase to articulate the core problem. This process often frames the problem as a how might we question, providing a clear, actionable statement that guides subsequent phases. Unless we define what the issue is and what the core problem is, we will not be able to move further. An example for this would be after empathizing with neurodiverse students, a teacher might frame the how might we design a learning corner to reduce overstimulation and support focus for these learners. This focused question allows for targeted ideation and solution development. The ideate stage. This stage encourages creativity and the generation of a wide range of ideas without judgment. Techniques like mind mapping or Scamper foster an open environment where innovative thinking thrives. An example here could be teachers brainstorming ways to integrate physical offline activities into remote education, such as printable worksheets, phone-based lessons, or community hubs. Now, this is where we would like your inputs as well. If you have experienced remote education and have suggested or come up with interesting solutions and found that these have worked, please do share it at the end of this session. The prototype stage is where you convert ideas into tangible models. It involves turning abstract ideas into physical or digital representations that can be tested and evaluated. Building quick, tangible representations of ideas ranging from sketches to digital mock-ups and physical models. This stage's goal is to identify the strengths, limitations, and opportunities for improvement before final implementation. An example here would be, in the educational context, teachers may develop a prototype of a tactile storyboard to test its effectiveness with neurodiverse students. What a wonderful example! Now, the test stage is the final stage. This stage involves presenting prototypes to users, gathering their feedback and refining the solution iteratively. This phase is crucial for understanding how well the proposed solutions meet the user's needs. For instance, educators might pilot an innovative group project strategy in select classrooms and gather feedback from both students and teachers to make adjustments. This process includes observing interactions, asking open-minded questions and open-ended questions, and measuring outcomes to enhance the effectiveness of the solution. Let us now understand the history and evolution of design thinking and how it really came about. David Kelley, who you've already heard in the beginning of this session, he and Hasso Plattner founded Stanford University's Hasso Plattner Institute of Design, also known as the D School. The Design Institute combined management and business practices with traditional engineering education. This idea arose due to the fact that the old management methods in modern society did not work, becoming less effective. And design thinking techniques could be applied across management, business, and production. Empathy was the first stage, identifying the problem needing a solution through user research. This stage collected data on users' demographics, behavior, and needs. The next stage was define. Analyze and organize collected data to clarify the problem and user needs, ensuring a focused understanding of the challenges. The next stage was ideate, to generate solutions for the identified problem in the form of products or services. Document the defined solutions for prototyping. And finally, the prototype stage. Transform ideas into prototypes for the suggested solutions. This visual representation would allow for evaluation and feedback. Let us now talk about the application of design thinking in various fields. Interior design. Design thinking is utilized to create spaces that enhance user experience, provide and prioritize functionality, and reflect user needs. By focusing on empathy, designers assess how people can interact with environments and iterate on designs based on feedback. Another field where design thinking is being applied is brand packaging. In brand packaging, design thinking helps to create packaging that not only protects the product but also engages consumers emotionally. This approach ensures that the packaging resonates with the target audience's desires as well as enhances brand identity. Sustainability initiatives. Design thinking is fundamental in developing sustainable solutions that address environmental challenges. Initiatives focus on reducing waste and energy consumption, like Nike's Move to Zero, aiming to minimize the environmental footprint. What are the future directions? Design thinking is crucial as it provides a human-centered approach to innovation, allowing organizations to develop solutions that truly meet customer needs. Its emphasis on empathy, ideation, and experimentation fosters creativity and collaboration, making it applicable across various industries. Looking ahead, the potential applications of design thinking are vast, from enhancing user experiences in technology and services to addressing complex societal challenges such as sustainability and inclusivity. Now, why are we discussing design thinking? Well, it's human-centered, which means that it prioritizes the user by deeply understanding their needs, pain points, and aspirations. It's collaborative in nature. It encourages cross-disciplinary teamwork to explore diverse perspectives. It's iterative in nature. It focuses on continuous prototyping, testing, and refining to achieve practical and effective solutions. Creative confidence. It empowers individuals to take creative risks in addressing challenges. In the context of education, design thinking helps educators tackle challenges like student engagement, diverse learning needs, and evolving pedagogies, fostering environments that encourage innovation and active problem solving. Let us now understand design thinking in education via a few examples. Stanford's D School. Stanford Design School leverages design thinking to help educators develop creative classroom strategies, including redesigning high school science curricula by incorporating real-world problem-solving tasks. The Sesame Street is another example. Using design thinking, the Sesame Street creators consulted child psychologists, educators, and parents to develop shows addressing literacy, emotional intelligence, and inclusivity. Atal Tinkering Labs. Under Niti Aayog's initiative, Atal Tinkering Labs were introduced in schools to encourage students to design prototypes using tools like 3D printers and robotic kits, empowering them to empathize with real-world challenges. As we move on further in the next few sessions, we will be discussing each of these and more in more detail. What are the key learnings from today's session on design thinking? One, that it is applicable across industries. Design thinking is applicable no matter what your role or what industry we are discussing. Whether you work in business, government, education, or non-profit, design thinking can help you develop innovative solutions based on the needs of your customers. Understanding human needs. When creating a solution for a business need, the first question should always be, what's the human need behind it? Design thinking helps better understand the unmet needs of the people you are creating for. Creative problem-solving process. Design thinking is a process for creative problem-solving that encourages organizations to focus on the people they are creating for, leading to better products, services, and internal processes. Fostering innovation and learning. Design thinking helps reduce the risk associated with launching new ideas, products, and services, generating revolutionary solutions and allowing teams to learn and iterate faster. What are some of the reflection points for our educators and learners of today's session? Applying design thinking. Consider how design thinking can help address challenges unique to your classroom, such as student engagement and diverse learning needs. Try and think about this. What are your suggestions? Let's hear from you. Let's make this more interactive. I will be sharing an email address to which you can respond to and share your thoughts. We're happy to feature some of you as well in our Swayam course. Do reach out to us. Impactful stages. Identify which stage of design thinking resonates most with your challenges and why. Focus on stages like empathize or prototype. Immediate actions. Reflect on what small change you could make using design thinking principles this week, fostering a more inclusive and user-centered learning environment. And once you take these actions, do get back to us and share if they were successful or not. Coming up in the next session, we will be discussing innovation and design thinking, integrating the new education policies, focus on creativity, critical thinking, and innovative pedagogies to enhance problem-solving skills. We appreciate your engagement in exploring the transformative power of design thinking in education. Your insights and questions are invaluable as we strive to create learner centric solutions together. Do share your feedback with us. Thank you so much once again. See you in the next session.